I'm in US, Montana. And this is my first camping in US on the state campground. I had to pay $18 per night. Again, I settled my tent, erected my tent in between two trees with ropes. US border passing was, again, nothing super difficult, complicated, just questions. Again, nobody asked me for any papers for the bike. I don't think they even bothered to check the license plates. Yeah, good for me. A lot of questions like, where you work, I'm not working anymore. Is you employed? Do you have any house or any property in Ukraine? How long are you gonna stay? Yes, blah blah blah. Yeah, have you ever been arrested in any other place? I said no. It's like, are you sure? It's like, yeah. And then when are you flying back from Argentina? I was like, it's 75 days, man. 100 days in the south. Yeah, so, and he was Matrix glasses, you know, like now. Like apostles at the gates to the heaven. This is how they behave. This immigration officers. Like you entering heaven, man. And they're like, hello. Alright. So I'm about 450 kilometers maybe from Bozeman. So tomorrow, no rush. I'll wake up in the morning, get my tea, have my tea and stuff like that. And I'll go for Bozeman. Then I check in and a lot of stuff to do. A lot of laundry, a lot of washing. Add to something with my tent. Poles or new tent, I don't know. New tent could be pricey. I have to find a bag for the sleeping bag. My last underwear for tomorrow morning. A lot of stuff to do with the motorcycle. A lot of planning to plan all my road through US. To find all free campings or chargeable campings on my way. Yeah, I have to plan all my itinerary through US in Bozeman. So, I don't know, maybe I'll stay there 2, maybe 3 nights. So today is my 4th part of the journey. Exactly, Canada is finished. Alright. It's boiled now, I'm gonna cook. Right, see you tomorrow morning. 29th of August, so day 26, and today I'm planning to reach Bozeman city in Montana. So the weather is good, the spirit is good, a lot of stuff to do. That's part of the game. It's 12:30 afternoon. I'm still here. I didn't even start going to Bozeman. The reason is I needed to adjust the chain again and I couldn't unscrew the bolt, the nut, the main axle nut on the rear tire. So it took me some time to do it, so finally I did it, and I also cleaned the air cleaner element. It was super dirty. And yeah, I'm ready to go now. Hopefully it's gonna be okay. The tire is super bold. I hope it's gonna be okay.
Engine oil. I keep refilling it every 5-7 days with half a liter or so. Where does it go? As far as I know, the oil level should remain unchanged, and only in a certain period, based on mileage, you have to change it. If the level drops, it means there is something wrong.
here, so I'm in the hostel in Bonneville, Montana. And it's a good hostel, the weather is good. So a lot of stuff to do today.
Big plan, for which I might need 2 or 3 days. Engine oil and oil filter change. As I learned, the issue with the oil is one of the 2 common issues with the KLR 650 model, another one being doohickey, which is responsible for the tension of the counterbalance chain. Sounds like Chinese to me. So far, I had no problems with that. So I will just keep an eye on the oil level and refill accordingly. Brake fluid change. Owner's manual states it should be done after 22,000 kilometers. Now the odometer shows 16,000 miles. Coolant change, though the manual says to do it after 36,000 kilometers. Drive chain, front and rear sprockets change. I downloaded the YouTube video which explains the process in detail. Plus, I could always refer to the manual. Air filter. If it's not damaged, it can be reused. However, it should be cleaned whenever it gets dirty, which is done in the previous campground. Spark plug change. Power inverter installation. Rear tire change. Carburetor cleaning. Valve clearance adjustment. Manual states to do it after 24,000 kilometers. Tent repairing. I bought the poles. And last but not least, drone repairing. The fan doesn't work, so I'm gonna have a look at it. I spent the day reading manuals and watching tutorials. I bought some extra tools too. The maintenance would be carried 100 kilometers away at a free campsite.
And then I just finished editing the video. Just gonna sleep for 2 hours maybe. So I'm just gonna finish my diary. See tomorrow is kind of crazy day. Morning. Just what I found on my bike. It was just parked on the street, like free parking. I mean, just on the street, and I found this note with $5 in it. It says, "Good luck, be safe." No comments. So this is the area where I'm gonna camp, minimum for 2 nights, because I have to do a lot of stuff with the bike. A lot of maintenance, spare parts changed, liquids changed, oils changed and stuff like that. What a beautiful area, beautiful weather. So I can use them as a jack to leave the bike in order to do my stuff. Alright, see you later with updates on how it goes. The poles that I bought, the repair tool, it's actually really repair tool, because I was hoping to use them as the proper poles, but it's just not enough, so it's not long enough, so the tent is just so low. So I'm literally lying here. I cannot even sit because there is no space in it. So I have to find the extensions. So, but it works, it works. Good thing. So I got some maintenance for the bike, oil change, and oil change tomorrow is the more work, but slowly. Hopefully I don't need any more tools. Hopefully I have everything available, everything that I need, because I was close to the point that
I just need one key, and it's about to figure out. So, and yeah, and luckily I bought this press for the chain because there was a key without which one I would just couldn't change at all. Yeah, anyway, so happy to rest because I just slept 2 hours. It's 11 tomorrow. Good location, so tomorrow looking forward to keeping on working with the bike. Alright, good night, guys.
It's day 29. I'm camping. Clear sky. It's 9 a.m. in the morning. Oil changed, filter changed, coolant change done. Brake fluid change remain. Chain change remain. Rear wheel tire change remain. Lubrication, the cables remained. Valve clearance inspection also remain, which is the most sensitive and tricky part. I'll see. Kind of scared to go inside of the engine. I will see if I have tools, time, and enough courage. I'll maybe go there. So gonna have my tea and start working slowly. Alright guys, maintenance of the bike is not a clean job. That's what you got when you try to do it by yourself. It was hot today, so I got a big tan. And the bike for today, I changed the brake liquid, brake fluids. Was quite couldn't figure out. I got air inside the system many times, so I had to drain the air. So then I had replaced the tire, which is though I tightened the spoke, so probably they just bended the rim somehow. So I'm gonna look at the rim tomorrow because today is too late. And I changed the chain. It was the headache as well because the tool that I got for the cutting the chain, it broke, man. So I did it half. So then I had to cut the chain with the hacksaw. Which I bought it for totally different reason, and even another tool that I bought for different reason, even though I use it for that reason, it helped me a lot. If I didn't buy that stuff, I don't know how would I manage, I swear. Anyway, and I didn't have a socket for 27 millimeters to open the nut for the front sprocket. I asked everybody who was available here, who was visible. So I got it in the very end truck over there. There's a guy, he had a lot of stuff, so he got it. So thanks to him, I changed the sprocket front. Anyway, today is finished. I was thinking to depart tomorrow, but I guess not because I still have to do this balancing of the rim of the wheel. I don't know. I'll try because it doesn't look nice, and I have to look at the manual today for the carburetor valve clearance after I'm done washing and I'm done eating, and I will decide tomorrow whether I will do that carburetor clearance cleaning and valve clearance tomorrow. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna try to clean myself in the river, wash a little bit with the soap because I'm super oily and dirty. Very clean, right? Ooh. So, good morning. Today is the 2nd of September. I'm stuck here, third day already. Alright, so day 30 is coming to its end. It's been my third night in the same place, trying to do some maintenance for the bike. Something successfully, something not. Today was spent so much time for the tire, the rims, spokes and stuff. I don't know, it's crazy. I changed the, took off and put again, tire, took off, put again. It's just like this kind of, when you rotate it, it's kind of amplitude and wobbling or wingling, I don't know the name in English for that. When you put the tire on the rim, the tire beats in one part of the rim. It's very deep inside the rim. The rest is okay. And you can see something wrong. So 3 times I've already been installing this tire. Still the same. And I damaged one tube. Good thing I had a spare, but the old one I can fix it, but not this time. So carburetor cleaning I didn't do. So I didn't have time, first of all, and second, it's kind of tricky and sensitive job, so I might do it later, maybe I'll ask somebody, I don't know. And valve clearance inspection doesn't seem quite difficult, actually. When I remove the fuel tank, it's, you can access the area and you can try. So maybe I'll do it somewhere on the way, the carburetor and valve. But the tire, it's, when you rotate it and touches the chain guide plastic thing, so that one is not really good. I don't know. Let's see, after riding a few miles, some distance, we'll see how it goes, right? And yeah, so then I assembled everything on the bike, put it together. I just had some spare parts, like normally, when you dismantle something, you always gonna have some spare parts left. Anyway, so I had some 2 small, whatever is that, washer, thick thing that goes between the bolt and somewhere else, I guess, but I couldn't figure out where it goes. Anyway, so because it just fell down when I was doing one of the parts, it just fell down. So yeah, the bike works okay. I changed the spare plug. Yeah, today, what I did today, man, just spark plug, shit, tire. All day was wasted for the tire, all day. Wow. I connected the alternative current converter, so I connected to the battery. So now when the bike runs, you just put the switch on, you plug this socket, you plug your whatever stuff, and you can charge your stuff, man. It's like a proper socket, it converts 12 volt to 110. That's cool. Yep, it worked. So good. We are good. Right? See you tomorrow morning. Tomorrow morning, hopefully, I'm gonna just fix the bags for the tent and sleeping bag. I'll just put the straps and yeah, I want to have a look at the drone. I want to open it tomorrow morning. So that's why I have to wake up at least 7 maximum. 7 maximum. Better 6, of course. So I can have all the day tomorrow, in Yellowstone, because a lot of places to visit there. And day after tomorrow, basically I have to be in Salt Lake City already. So yeah, I have to wake up early. See you tomorrow morning. Alright guys, back on track.
I'm entering my new area of expenditure, visiting US national parks. I wish I knew I could purchase the annual pass for just $80, which would allow me to visit most of them. Anyway, the first one is Yellowstone. It is the first national park of the US and considered to be the first in the world, being established in 1872. The park is located within the Rocky Mountains on a plateau with an average altitude of 2,400 meters above sea level. To enjoy its beauty to the fullest, one must visit it during all 4 seasons for days at a time. Unfortunately, I dedicated 24 hours only.
Alright, so I'm in Yosemite, Yellowstone National Park. Camping here for $20 inside the Yellowstone. Yeah, so the rear tire is wobbling a bit, and that part of the tire that was inside the rim, the beads of the tire, they came out from one side fully, from another side not fully. It's still wobbling a little bit, so hopefully for tomorrow, I hope that for tomorrow, if I'll be driving on the highway and the tire gonna heat, it will expand, so it will pop up from the rim and the wobbling will disappear. That's my hope, I don't know. Tomorrow, half of the day I'm planning to spend in Yellowstone. There are some places to visit. I need to wake up early. Well, every time I have to wake up early, it doesn't work, man. I mean, I wake up, but it's so cold, or whatever. Stay inside. Yeah, anyway, from then, the second part of the day, I want to reach Salt Lake City. So I plan to go from Salt Lake City to Nevada, California. This is gonna be a good loop into California, but I think it's worth it because, man, imagine driving along the Pacific Ocean, man. Alright, and the best, one of the good, very good news, the drone is working. I bring him back to life. During the day it's like very hot, but in the morning it's crazy cold. And see, well, this is how temperature drastically drops at night. Okay, today the rest part of Yellowstone, and hopefully I'll make it in the evening to Salt Lake City, and we'll be able to stay with that guy from the couch surfing. Alright.
The area dedicated to the Yellowstone National Park, around 100 by 85 kilometers, is a giant active supervolcano with its geothermal sources. But what impressed me most was the Grand Prismatic Spring. It is the world's third largest, but without doubts, the most beautiful one. Contains the world's largest active geyser called Steamboat, capable of throwing boiling water up to 90 meters. Though you have to be truly lucky to witness it, as the geyser erupts unpredictably. There is another famous one here, called the Old Faithful Geyser. In contrary to its bigger brother, it is highly predictable. It erupts every 90 minutes or so and shoots up to 50 meters. As I said, to enjoy its beauty to the fullest, one must visit it during all 4 seasons for days at a time. Unfortunately, I dedicated 24 hours only.
Great place to watch the sunset. You gonna wait? You gonna wait for the sunset?
It became clear that I wouldn't make it to Salt Lake City today. 100 kilometers south of the Yellowstone, I encountered yet another national park, Grand Teton Mountains. There is so much beauty around, I just can't miss it. For these 2 days on the wheels, I progressed only for 300 kilometers. Beautiful 300 kilometers.
This is my 5th camping. That's why my phone and everything gets died, charging stuff. So that's why I don't have any torch even. My phone is dead, the torch is dead. I didn't plan to camp tonight, but there was so much beauty on the way, so I couldn't skip it. So tomorrow I need to be in Salt Lake City. So guys, I'm gonna switch off the light because I guess it's my second last matches. Alright guys, as I put the current converter connected to my battery, so I'm able to charge my devices. So what I did, I charged my power bank a bit. My phone is working, as you can see, which is good because all my devices are dead. I'm finished, so I'm in the midway, a little bit less, down to Salt Lake City, and I'm passing through Idaho State a little bit. Right, so I'm gonna drink my tea, some nuts and chocolate, and finishing my bread. I'm super hungry, and still 270 kilometers to Salt Lake City. All right, see you later. It's getting extremely hot. I'm in Utah. Just came up down the mountains. Super hot. Finally, it's part of the trip. Waiting for my lover. Alright, staying in the first course surfing experience on the way. In Salt Lake City.
Big thanks to Abhishek, an Indian guy from Mumbai, for offering a couch. Though the place was free for me, I had no time whatsoever.
This is the couch where I slept. And I have to stay one night because I didn't have time at all to edit video and to search for any information.
Abhishek and his boyfriend just moved in this apartment, so we were unpacking stuff and moving furniture till 1 o'clock. We had a good time talking anyway. At 2 a.m. we went to bed. Separately.
Alright. See you later in Yellowstone. So leaving Salt Lake City, going to the way to California. Gonna pass at Bonneville, Salt Flats, Tahoe Lake, Yosemite, then San Francisco, hopefully to reach there on 11th. And the weather is good. Just gonna refill my tank, and I'm fully stocked with the food and stuff. Everything is done, information checked. Still a lot of to search to find out, but it's okay. I can keep going. Can continue. Alright, see you later.
Salt Flats. It is well known for its Bonneville Speedway, a place for speed record breaking attempts. The area is 20 km long and 8 km wide. The salt is densely packed here, making the surface extremely flat. At some spots, the salt crust can reach up to 1.5 meters of thickness. It is a public land, and access to it is free, so anyone can try to set their own speed record. I tried.
All right. God, dude.
150 kilometers per hour with full saddlebags is not bad for the first time, I think.
That was awesome. I put the open the throttle till the end, but speed it was going. It was still speeding up. It was 95 miles per hour, which is which is 152 kilometers.
For the record, the maximum speed achieved by the motorcycle with the engine capacity under 1000 cc is 295 kilometers per hour. It was Herbert James Burt Munro from New Zealand with his Indian Scout Wheat Twin motorcycle, whose efforts and success are the basis of the movie The World's Fastest Indian. Burt was 68 years old and was riding 47 years old bike when he set the world record on August 26, 1968, which remains unbeaten ever since.
if you ever happen to eat a tomato in the Bonneville salt flats, you don't need to worry about salt because salt is everywhere. So you just lick. Yeah, just try to find some because it's pressed salt. Oops. Man, just I cannot describe how interesting this place. Oh, my bike is salty now. I have to wash it somewhere. I'll put this down. Very tasty tomato. All right, time to go.
In Vancouver, I washed the bike. This town is split in half by a border between states of Utah and Nevada. It was very symbolic to see a huge casino hotel on Nevada side right behind the line, drawn on the road to indicate the administrative division. But what this state is most known for is gambling and instant marriages, what transformed the place into a major tourist destination. Nevada is the only US state where prostitution is legal, though not in Las Vegas. Nevada is mostly a desert and one of the least populated states in the country. Here it is hot in summer and cold in winter. The extreme temperatures recorded are plus 52 degrees Celsius and minus 47 degrees Celsius. The endless road goes to the very horizon, crossing the empty vastness. Regardless of how fast you drive, the landscape does not change for hours. In fact, before 1974, Nevada, along with Montana, had no speed limits. Now, only 80 miles per hour is allowed, and the traffic police strictly enforces adherence. By the end of the day, I set another personal record, the longest daily drive so far, 664 kilometers.
I see you lying next to me, and I'm collecting memories so good they'll never leave my brain. This could be better than I ever dreamed. Don't wanna understand the purpose or the circumstance. I'm lucky just to know your name. This could be better than I ever dreamed. Better than I ever dreamed.
It's getting dark. It's pretty quiet, no wind, which is good. My tent is high again. It's good news. Cannot find matches. Tomorrow I'm gonna head to, let's see what time I wake up. what kind of weather is tomorrow, and gonna eat some super. I'll find some matches and then rest. Alright, see you tomorrow.
In the afternoon, I paid a visit to Lake Tahoe. Located at 1,897 meters above sea level, with 35 by 19 kilometers of size, it is the largest alpine lake in North America. And it is quite deep too, 500 meters. The farther north you become. I was thinking out loud, taking a sunbath on one of the boulders along the lake's shore after a chilly swim. It is interesting to observe a similar climate transformation with the change of latitude and altitude. Going from north to south is like descending a mountain. Moss, bushes, pine trees, normal trees.
That's interesting stuff. So, I swam in Tahoe Lake. It was a very big lake, and it is a very big lake, big waves, big area, vast area, large area. The water is good. It's good. You know, like early summer. And I get some shootings of the lake. It's nice. So my eggs doesn't want to boil. I don't know why. It takes so long time, man. Because it's wind. Right, see you tomorrow morning. Right, today's 37th day. And planning to reach Yosemite today, and explore it for a while, and tomorrow I have full day. So 11th in the morning we can depart for San Francisco. Was reading about Barrier Gap tour yesterday. It's quite expensive. It's around, I guess, in the best option it's to share a container. It could turn like with taxes and fees and agents and the ports and stuff, about $800. That's expensive, man. We'll see. You need internet to Google more. But it's good, quiet.
mountain was the main reason to visit Yosemite National Park. .95% of the park is designated wilderness. Drive to the glacier point. The view won't leave you indifferent, I promise. So I'm camping in the forest. This is one of the creepiest places I have camped since the beginning, because there is no people. It's kind of far from the road, and it's just trees and creepy. I don't know, in Mexico and stuff, you know. There are not only animals but people you have to be careful about. You have to be careful of. Yeah, anyway. So maybe I'll be staying in cheap places like guest houses and stay and stuff like that. I don't know. We'll see. I was planning to stay overnight in Yellowstone Valley, but those full. My goodness, so many people. Sunday. So yeah, there was some camps on the way. They're chargeable, of course. So I still have to do valve clearance and carburetor cleaning. I don't know when to do this kind of stuff. Tomorrow, because I'm kind of one day earlier. I was planning to reach San Francisco on the 11th, and I booked a hostel already, but I'm kind of done with Yosemite. Tomorrow is 10th only. I can be in San Francisco tomorrow. We'll see, I don't know. We'll see in the morning. How is it? I think I'm gonna do valve clearance inspection today. I did check the clearance of the valve, but in order to do adjustment, which I thought I'm gonna do later, after I buy the shims. But to buy the shims, you have to know the shims that you have installed, because by the thickness of the shims that you have there, you're gonna calculate the shims that you need to buy, but knowing the clearance that you checked. So I tried to remove the shims, to take out the shims, but in order to do that I had to remove some additional stuff, which requires 10mm socket, which I had, but it's too high, and I have a key wrench for 10mm, but you cannot access some bolts because of the bike frame and carburetor and stuff. So I had to put everything back, and I had to buy this small socket and then to do it again, to open everything again, to remove everything, frame and fairings and tank, open the valve, camshaft valve cover,
and then order shims, find the shims, and then again. It's crazy, man. And then I finally adjusted the poles. She's good. I was super dirty and I used like 2 liters to clean myself. So I'm good. And yeah, well, engine oil goes somewhere, I don't know, it just goes somewhere. Goes away. So I have to buy engine oil and I have to buy this socket with 10 mm and finally do this valve clearance and adjustment. And then I have to search how to remove carburetor and clean it as well. Yeah, and that's it. Alright. One more night at this cooler place. Tomorrow. Heading to San Francisco. Alright, see you later. 39th day. Every morning is freaking cold, especially when there is no sun. Super cold and gets warm very slowly. And when it's sunny, the sun is very warm, even on very cold mornings. So I'm gonna make my tea, pack my stuff, and move slowly towards San Francisco. On the way I have to buy engine oil to refill because engine goes somewhere, I don't know where. And then I have to do the valve clearance adjustment as soon as possible because it's exactly at the bottom and some even out of the limit. Alright. Staying in San Francisco, second day already. It's a hostel. I don't know whether I have good news, but I have some news. So I finally did the adjustment of the camshaft valve clearance. I managed to found shims in San Francisco. Was not hard, but it was hard to get to the city because I'm staying not in the city but in the hostel, which is quite far, and traffic and stuff and Uber. So I got the shims. I put the shims. Everything went well. I was kind of nervous because, you know, it's like you're doing kind of surgery of somebody. I'm afraid to drop some parts into this head, cylinder, whatever is there. So I did it and successfully, but I stripped the thread inside the hole of the cylinder cover. So I cannot put the bolt in. I mean, I can put, but I cannot tighten it. And the cylinder head cover is not properly secured. And that's not normal. Especially when you're riding thousands of kilometers, that's not normal. And second, you know, the entire day just went not very well. Everything was going kind of slow, delays, and not smooth, you know. And in the end of the day, I have my tooth fallen. You can see, I lost my tooth. Got fallen when I was eating, and again it's chicken. How many times already? Because of the chicken, the bones, and crashed this tooth. You have to fix the dental service. I guess is extremely expensive, so I think I'm gonna stay like that. Yeah, you know, everything's slowly falling apart, even me. Yep, that's the last news. So I have to repair this thread. I don't know. I have some idea. Let's see. Tomorrow I have to check out and continue to the south without a tooth. Shit.
US, around 30% of the land is public. The rest is private property. In the state of California, the ratio is somewhat 50-50. However, the coastline is almost entirely salt. All pullouts along the road have no parking from 22 to 6 sign. All turnouts and dirt road pathways have no trespassing, private land tablets. It was a joyful drive along the road above the majestic waves. But the sun doesn't wait. It was slowly approaching a distant horizon. Eventually, with the help of iOverlander, I found the place.
Just along the highway, the bike is on the pull-out near the highway. I'm just hungry, so I'm gonna eat and enjoy the sunset.
100 meters away from the road, the land broke from a 4-meter cliff into the ocean. I camped right on its edge and fell asleep under the Pacific sound of breaking waves.
So I'm gonna have my eggs, precious eggs for breakfast. Yeah. And because as more south I go, it's closer to the equator. Sunset will be earlier. This time about 6:30 max. So means I have to camp like 4:30 max. By camping I mean I have to find the place and I have to stop and start doing stuff, you know, unpacking tents, setting the tent, and start cooking dinner, because that's exactly time enough to finish everything by darkness. So it means that as closer to south I go, as earlier as possible I have to wake up and do my stuff. But the thing is, it's quite cold in the mornings. It's not really, you know, doesn't really, not very tempting to get up early. I'll see what we can do. And so far I'm enjoying the morning with the sun. I'm gonna camp somewhere very near before Santa Barbara.
I woke up early, which was quite usual for me, but not always I got up right away. Normally it was very cold outside if the sun was not yet up or not obstructed, but not today. Since yesterday evening, upon approaching Santa Barbara, I felt a sudden change in the temperature. Warm evening breeze from the south enveloped me, and the cold blow from the Pacific was left behind. Once I got out from the tent, I was pleased not only by the weather but the view as well. Standing on the top of the mountain, I could see nothing but a thick white blanket of clouds below. The morning magic vanished though when I dropped the bike with the helmet attached to it, which cracked its wind glass. On top of it, I got my finger with the drone's propellers, trying to catch it.
And what happens when you try to catch the drone when it's landing? And why you do that? Because when it's dusty area around, you don't want to land in dust, because dust comes in the holes and can obstruct the fan, and then fan doesn't work, and then the aircraft doesn't want to fly, and then you have to open it manually, which takes time, and you don't want to extra time damage the aircraft, right? So that's why you damage yourself. I mean, I'd done it before and it was successful, but this time, I don't know, just slipped from the hand and just cut my nail and this finger, a bit skin. Alright, rather than that, it's okay. Just gonna have my breakfast and then continue to Sequoia National Park to stay overnight before it, and then tomorrow explore Sequoia, and then sleep, I guess, in Death Valley, and then Las Vegas on 17th. I have to bandage my finger. I'm camping for money, $22 in Sequoia National Park. It looks nice. I mean, it's again up in the mountains. Among the pine trees, sequoias, which is the largest trees on Earth. Imagine their trunk at the base could be 12 meters in diameter. It's crazy. I dropped the bike, man. And the protective glass for the helmet is cracked, so I tried to fix it by gluing it, but it doesn't work. Too thin to stick. So maybe I shouldn't, but I threw it away. So now I'm without protective glass. Got eye blue glasses. It's good, but for high-speed driving, it's crazy.
First of all, the face gets dirty from the dust and some small particles go hit your face, especially on the highway. When cars are passing or trucks. They make this whirl of air. So it's like, like this. It's crazy. I'm tired of paying fees for every national parks. $20. Aquarium $50. It's crazy, man. Imagine for $50 in Ukraine, probably. Yeah, just drop my food on me. Fuck. So for that amount of money in Ukraine, you can visit all the national parks, I guess, sites. Fuck, now I have to change everything. Because I'm fucking in the soup, man. Gonna have my 2 eggs, bread and cucumber and some Twix bars. No tea unfortunately because the gas is over, finished propane. And then I'm gonna explore this area for a few hours. Just I wanna have a closer look to this giant Sequoia trees. And then I'm gonna head towards Las Vegas. Yeah, and then that's the plan for today.
Started with a pleasant sunny morning. I had fun in Sequoia National Park, flying my drone among giant trees. Then things went differently. Three times I took a wrong turn. It resulted in an extra 60 kilometers. In such mountainous terrain, it meant 2 hours of time. It isn't much, but it was annoying being so inattentive.
I ended up in the dead end. There's a sign, no trespassing, Indian tribal land. And quite far from the highway. Like half an hour. The road is bad, unpaved. I almost fell. Too deep. Dust or sand, whatever is there. It's like that. Now I have to go through it again to go back. Oh man.
Mountain Highway 99 brought me to Isabella Lake. It seemed to be the last oasis before a vast dry area. By 6 p.m., I still had 280 kilometers to cover. It was getting dark and windy. My eyes hurt as the dust rushed from under the sunglasses. I had to keep them on even though its Polaroid lens worsened visibility significantly in the darkness.
Day 44. I don't know where to begin with, what to begin with. Anyway, so today was just crazy. Just was against me, you know. Lingering through this Sequoia National Forest, man. Up and down, zigzagging and stuff. The road I took, supposedly for shortcut, was so bad, man, on the paved road. I dropped the bike twice in the morning. Yesterday, right, I cracked the glass. Today I dropped the bike and the dashboard light is not working. So it's dark. You cannot see how much speed you are going with. And when it's dark, you don't see mileage, nothing. Temperature, nothing. So I've arrived at camp. I arrived at camp at almost 10 p.m. It's dark, but it's warm, a good thing. I got propane canister, but I couldn't cook anything because it's so windy here. It's open area, Death Valley. So it's not possible to cook, so my dinner was just bread and cucumber and some sweet bars. And yeah, I'm coming from track tomorrow, Las Vegas. I'm super tired now. Good thing I set up the tent. It was so hard to set up the tent because it was windy. Just, you know, small details. You know, just breaking and working against me. I don't know. Maybe I have to change the way I think or the way I look at the entire thing, you know, the trip and stuff. Start thinking, where does it bring me yet? You know, I don't know. I'll just keep going and start thinking about the budget. It's kind of tight, you know. It just seems like I will not have much money left. Maybe I won't have anything left. I don't know. Hopefully Central Latin America will save me some. And hopefully I'm not gonna be robbed or anything like that. Right. Okay, enough talking. I'm gonna write some diary and just rest, man. Tomorrow, Las Vegas. Day 45. There's a Death Valley over there. It's very hot. Actually, I woke up because the sun just came out of the mountain and immediately became very hot. So you couldn't stay in the tent because you will be like a fried chicken. So yeah, Las Vegas is in about 250 kilometers. That was good. I feel I'm a bit tired. I don't know why. Maybe because I have no wind glass and the wind is just blowing my head like crazy. Alright, gotta have a breakfast. So planning to cross Mexico in about 1 week. Not much. Super hot. Just super hot.
Death Valley is one of the hottest places on the planet. It is located 86 meters below sea level, which makes it the lowest point in North America. The highest ambient air temperature ever recorded at the surface of the Earth belongs to this place. It was observed in 1913 and showed 56.7 degrees Celsius above zero. I arrived in Las Vegas as planned. This enormous, expensive city stands in the middle of a desert. Everything is shiny, fancy, and luxurious here. To me, it was something new, but at the same time very familiar. Somehow, it reminded me of Dubai.
Walking through the city in the middle of the night, there's still so much light all around. They say walking is for fools, but that
Though in Dubai, you won't see open cabriolet cars with half-naked girls dancing to the loud music.
Hey! All of my friends are talking about moving out. They need a little room to breathe, find some land of their own where they can just stay for 50 years to love every day. That garden, you know you gotta grow it, in the grass you gotta mow it, and I feel you already know it. This ain't gonna fix anything. Walking through the city in the middle of the night.
Yep. Колотить.
It turned out that a new visor for the helmet that I had, Arai, cost $100. As expected, I went out of the motor shop empty-handed and headed to Home Depot instead.
I got my substitution for windshield, $10 substitution. It's quite good actually, quite comfortable. I like it so far. So on the way to Canyon and Arizona. So I will cross the border with Mexico, hopefully, on the 50th day, so it's exactly half of my journey, so still a long way to go. So I'm driving through Nevada. It's extremely hot. It's like maybe like Middle East in summer. So you're driving like through the flame, you know. Part that is my seat, which is my butt. It's kind of, you know, getting wet a bit. Just because of the sweat, not because of anything else, okay? Alright, that's just a moment of happiness.
Feeling better now that you wrote a letter and we've always been together again. Found the victim and why am I always stricken with sickness, symptoms and a twisted head? Can you please help me find my way? 'Cause I don't think I care enough today. Celebrate on your own alone. 'Cause your thoughts are the only thing you own. I miss the number 45. Picked up a piece and drove past the street tonight. Hope you all doing alright. Wishing we were loved, I could give a fuck, not fight. I could give a fuck, not fight.
I entered Arizona. Red Rocky Mountains are around. Pretty much the description of the state, one might think. But by the end of the day, I camped in a pine tree forest at an altitude of 2,400 meters.
So it was not that warm and amazing view, just amazing view, you know, just endless road until horizon and this red cliff, rocky mountains. Yeah, just a nice drive. I enjoyed the drive, and here I can be free campsite. Looking forward to having my nice nap because I slept only 3 hours in hostel, which became normal already. Not sleeping in the hostels properly. Don't forget to charge GoPro tomorrow morning, okay? Alright, so it was a long day with some events. The most pleasant one, I visited Grand Canyon, and it's spectacular. It's just, you know, it holds your breath. It's massive.
never have I ever seen anything like that. It's massive. It is said that South Ridge offers an even more stunning view, but I could not sacrifice the peace of solitude you find here. There were very few tourists on the North Ridge. I sat and enjoyed the silence. Meanwhile, enormous dark clouds were forming above this deep giant maze of land, soon enveloping the entire dome of the sky. Two forces of nature were about to collide. How can I describe what I saw? Have you ever felt like crying when looking at something? The Arizona landscape kept fascinating me. The road went as far as my eye could reach, vanishing in red infinity. Impressive. I didn't plan to visit it. I didn't even know about the place. But then I saw a sign and dozens of cars parked beside the State Road 89. I gave it a shot. And wow, another breathtaking view. One must be careful though. The viewpoint is on top of the cliff, and its edge has no rails or fence, so there is nothing to catch you if you fall. And unfortunately, people do. Dangerous beauty.
I just was writing my diary and I wrote that I love my sleeping bag. This is the only thing that keeps me dry on this journey, keeps me warm. Yeah, of course your support, guys. Those who supports. You know, some people think it's crazy, some people don't even see any sense of doing it. Some people even express some words of admiration. You know, I don't know how to explain this, but I just met this guy, Davido, and he's planning on walking through the most hottest, driest places on earth, crossing the Death Valley, man, from St. George to Los Angeles. It's around 650 kilometers, man, and he's gonna walk. And, you know, I was driving there at the day, and it was just crazy hot. You can feel the heat, you feel it, man. Just crazy. And he's gonna walk for 1 month with a small backpack, maybe 20 liters backpack. Wow, man. And what I'm saying, my point is, for example, for me, it's, I don't know, it's like, first of all, I have interest in what he's doing. Very interested how he's gonna manage it, you know, how he's gonna go through it. And I don't know how to express what I feel about that, but it fascinates me, man. It's like, I don't know, it's, you know, it rings the bell, man. It's like, it gets nice strings, man. Something, I don't know. Some people might think it's like, what's the point, or I don't know. Anyway, so there's something over there I couldn't figure out yet, man. But I will, I hope. Day 48. And it's a wet day. Even though it's not rain, the morning dew is so much that my clothes that got wet yesterday became more wet. It's great sunny. I changed the hanging spot, so hopefully it's gonna get dry fast. It is, seems like. So yeah, good. I woke up quite early, quite late today, at 8. Because I went to bed something past midnight. It's quite late. It's okay, you know. Hopefully the weather will be good. If the weather is good,
I can drive. And the weather is bad. For example, like yesterday in the evening, it was windy. So you have to maintain as less square surface, or whatever it's called, as possible, to decrease the wind effect, because it's blowing so much that it's, shake the bike, and it's like you have to always keep a little balance with the wind. And it's cold here. It's crazy, man.
The Monument Valley is another unique landscape formation. At that point, I was only 600 kilometers from Salt Lake City, which I left 13 days and 4,700 kilometers ago. I did not regret any single mile. At last, I turned to the south.
Green light. Hopefully it's gonna come green soon.
At 1700, I was at the camp, which was unusually early to settle for the day. But I was glad. The sun is still up, I can make dinner, enjoy the food, or I can take my time and do whatever stuff I need to do.
Finally, I set up my tent, my camp before darkness. The reason is why I missed the turn, and then I still decided to get back on my initial itinerary, but the shortcut was on paved road, so I said, no way, man.
plus kilometers in US before another half of unknown journey. Anyway, so I'm next to Flagstaff, near the road 66, by the way. Camping for free, and maybe I can even read today. Luxury time, like a day off. Yeah, and crossing into Mexico on the 50th day, exactly half of my journey.
And so I focused on cooking.
So this is like a instant or rice, but you still have to cook it. It's like you boil the water and then just cook for like 5-7 minutes. I mean, it's just kind of raw rice, but with the prepared dry spices in it. It looks very yummy. So excited to have it. Then normally I buy tomatoes as a fresh vegetables, sometimes cucumbers, but tomatoes preferably. And this kind of tomatoes have a strong skin that doesn't get squeezed easily, but still they do sometimes. Right, then of course salt, salt, sugar. I got tea, not tea bags, but the tea that they just take like that, and I don't know. Yeah, and then of course bread, and then got some canned food. Like I don't buy canned meat because it's not really tasty. Canned tuna I don't buy because I was driving through the places where the bears, so they like fish, so it attracts them. So, and come on, I'm not really a fan of tuna, And then what I do buy is like this kind of sealed kind of sausages, dry sausages. I don't know, but they are very nice. So it's good for camping, and it doesn't require refrigerator. Some of them requires refrigerating after you open them, but some of them can stay like opened for like 3 years or something. So that's a very nice thing. It's not expensive actually. It's kind of $5, which can last for 2.5 days maybe. Have some canned noodles, which kind of soup already prepared, so you just put in the bowl and you boil it and you eat. It's very tasty. It's very nice. I got some canned corn. I tried once and it's amazing. You just boil the corn, which is very tasty, very nice and hot. And I got some sweets, like some bars. Yeah, sweet stuff. I feel like my body requires it, and I feel like I deserve a little bit of sweets, in the end of the day. All right, that's pretty much. I'm just going to the toilet and then I'm going to eat. Day 49. Beautiful day. No clouds. Quiet. 330 kilometers to Phoenix. Hopefully I'm gonna find a hostel there. I'm having the mushroom cream soup. I put some sunflower seeds over there. It's very amazing. Very nice. So yeah, I'm searching for about Mexico Island. And finally crossing into Central America. Man, 50 days of it, yeah. Swear it's too long, man. It's too much of looping, especially in the US. If I went
straight from Salt Lake City to the south. Could have been here in about like 5 days, and it's like it took me 15 days. It's crazy, man. Slowly moving ahead. So I'm in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm not in a hostel, I'm not on couchsurfing, I'm using Airbnb this time. This is the cheapest place to stay in Phoenix, and the reason why it's the cheapest is everywhere. Other than that, it's okay. I have shelter in my bed, and I have a backyard I can use to maintain supply, because today the oil was just pouring, man, was just pouring from the cylinder head. It was everywhere, man, and even on the rear tire, and the brake didn't work because it's slippery. Oh man, the good thing it just happened right after entering Phoenix. Maybe earlier, but I noticed only when I entered Phoenix. Holy man. So, and why it happened? Because that bolt that I stripped the thread on in the whole cylinder head rang, you know, rang the bell. So yeah, because it's so hot here, and I was driving on the highway, it was traffic so slow, and the engine probably heating too much, and then, you know, the pressure develops in the head, cylinder head, so it gets this bolt out of its place. So yeah, anyway, so I think I fixed it because I put a new thread with the helicoil. I put a helicoil, I made a new thread, so, and it's tightened now, so thanks God, at least the cover, I hope it's good. Then I changed the oil and oil filter today. Then I cleaned the air filter, and tomorrow it has to dry out. And then I will saturate it with oil and place it back. Everything goes okay, but the thing is the Wi-Fi here is not working. And I need Wi-Fi because I need to check a lot of info. I'm planning to do the carburetor cleaning, and so I don't know, I need it, I need to search about Mexico, about the hostels, places to visit, camping. You know, I have to do a lot of stuff, man. Not even mentioning the video, editing, posting and stuff. Yeah, so I'm gonna have some dinner because I got some food just now from supermarket. There was some people working, they don't speak English, man. It means what? It means I'm close to Mexico. Getting close.
So maybe one more day tomorrow in Phoenix, because if Wi-Fi will be not working, I have to stay one more day and have to find another place. And most likely I won't have my carburetor cleaned without Wi-Fi. I don't know, I'll go through manual and I'll check. Alright. So day 15. Cannot believe I made it. Just over one day to manage almost everything I planned. Even I got the shims for free because I exchanged it with the old one. So it's extremely hot during the day in Phoenix. Now it's getting better, but it's getting dark. I'm heading out of the city. It's another over 100 something kilometers, maybe 200 to my camp. That's the plan actually. And crossing into Mexico tomorrow morning or midday, I don't know. I don't want to cross it during the heat. But let's see how it goes. So yeah, very excited to go to Central America. I'm very excited. The thing is, it's just like going into nowhere. A lot of stuff I don't know. Even crossing the border, there's some special temporary import permit for the vehicle. I hope I can get it on the border because I just read that you have to order it online beforehand. Anyway, yeah, so hopefully I can get it on the border. Alright, see you later. Camping in Arizona, nobody here, super quiet, no wind, nothing, and just ate in Walmart, so I'm not cooking anything, just gonna write my diary and rest. Okay. There are mosquitoes here, so no lights. Day 51. I'm in a kind of cactus valley in Arizona, very near to the border to Mexico. Hopefully everything gonna go smooth and I'll cross the border today.
I was at the northern edge of the Sonoran Desert.
Bienvenidos, Mexico. I made it to Mexico. The thing is, just passed the immigration and it just told me you go. So I go, you know, thinking that there should be like somebody to stop me and to ask for passport. Man, I'm driving, nobody asking me anything. I was like, how is that possible? I mean, like, alright, so I came back. I was like, guys, are you going to stamp my passport or something? Oh yeah, sure, there's a office over there, go.
I was excited and nervous at the same time. I knew it was going to be different out there. The culture, the language, not mentioning the stereotypes.
Yo,
Yo.
¿qué dice ahí? ¿Qué dice?
Argentina.
¿Argentina?
Yeah.
Órale. Está bien, amigo. Suerte.
I don't know how do I feel, whether it is fear or excitement. Even though it is half of my adventure already, it feels like it's starting just now.
That's totally different from US and Canada, man. So yeah, for 30 something dollars, I got my visa for 180 days. Of course, I don't need it. I'm planning to be here maybe 10 days. Around, yeah. And but I still need a temporary vehicle permit, temporary import permit for my motorcycle. And it seems like it's kind of a procedure over there.
Further on the road, in the customs, I got my temporary import permit. So everything was sorted but insurance. When I had reached the nearest town, Caborca, I started looking for seguro. It was the first Spanish word I learned today. But I found all the offices closed. Thus I learned my second Spanish word for today: domingo.